So this review is for Seen Unseen Disneyland. What you see at Disneyland, but never really see. So there are about 10 squillion unofficial books on Disneyland, and 99% of them are absolute crap. And then on top of that, because so many books have been published about Disneyland, it's like, what is left to be said? So they usually have to have some sort of stupid gimmick. But this is absolutely not one of those books. This is definitely one of the better unofficial books on Disneyland. So it's just under 200 pages, and what it is a look at the details of Disneyland. The things that, like it says on the cover, that you see but you never really see, I guess, or the idea is that you never actually focus on. And so it's a book that, focuses on the details of Disneyland, which I really love because it is a place of wonderful details that usually gets lost in sort of the bigger spectacle of the park. And so here you can see it's just going through it. So like this is something like just pictures of the trash cans, and it's like who cares about that sort of stuff? But it is actually interesting, especially for, Disneyland, Disney parks aficionados and enthusiasts, just because, these things, they're not just trash cans at Disneyland. They've been, designed to fit thematically. Everything in the Disney parks has an intentional design to them, and so this is just a really great way to sort of slow down and focus on certain aspects, certain little details. And then throughout, as you can see, it's all the pictures are labeled, and then there'll be little trivia pieces throughout. So I'll just read whatever this next one is. The center pedestal between the two turnstiles used to be. I'll talk about the editing of this book later. Used to be a collection point for tickets at the Mark Twain Columbia loading dock. Okay, that's fine. But then let me see if I can find some other pieces. Okay, so here we go. The dedication plaque for the 40th anniversary time capsule buried at the Sleeping Beauty Castle. The plaque is located at the entrance to the bridge crossing up to the castle from Central Plaza. The elaborate time castle was reportedly dug up the day after it was buried and replaced with a more durable plain container. The time castle was then said to have been taken to the Disney archives. I have spoken with former cast members who told me that as of last year, the capsule has never been brought to the archive and that it was probably an urban legend. See, so that's actually pretty interesting stuff. I like that the author has, talk to cast members and things like that. So it's really nice to see that a lot of the pictures also have not only, labeling the detail of where and what it is, but also sort of occasionally telling some sort of story or facts. There's, tons of trivia in here. And I mean, the only problem really is that it very much has the look and feel of a sort of self-published book. The book design is pretty bad. It definitely does have that sort of unprofessional feel, and I know in the first printing of this book, it was apparently really beset with typos and mislabeling and lots of, poor editing, and this second printing that I have supposedly fixed a lot of that, but as you saw before, I just sort of happened upon grammatical mistakes. So I mean, look at the typography and sort of look at that page. So, but anyway, I know I'm making fun of it, but the point is, none of that actually takes away from what is otherwise a very good book. I just love the concept of this book, the idea of looking at the details, focusing on that stuff. There's actually a sequel to this book called More Seen Unseen Disneyland. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get a copy of that because it's only available on Amazon. But this book has definitely impressed me enough to want to check that out if I get the chance. Even on like the restroom signs, nothing in the Disney parks is just sort of standard. Everything is given a loving attention to detail. And so it's fantastic to have a book that sort of stops to appreciate that stuff. The content it chooses to focus on is really great. Pictures are good. It's nice that there's a bibliography and a note on the sources in the back. I really appreciated that. Yeah, photos are good. Text and trivia is usually insightful. Definitely one of the better unofficial Disney books. So for the Disneyland fan who has everything, this is definitely one to check out.